Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. We're just 4 days away from Super Bowl 53, and it was a big day in Atlanta as the commissioner, Roger Goodell, held his State of the Game press conference. Andrew Martin joins us from Atlanta with the latest. Andrew.
Hello, John. Yeah, this is the day when the commissioner takes questions from the assembled media, and the number one topic on everybody's mind, what happened in that Rams-Saints NFC Championship game with the call that never happened? Should the Saints be the NFC representative in this game? People wanted to know what the commissioner had to say. It's been nearly 2 weeks, and NFL fans are still talking about this missed no call of pass interference on the Rams that pretty much kept the Saints out of Super Bowl 53. The NFL did admit after the game the officials missed the call, but not a single word on this issue publicly from Commissioner Roger Goodell until today.
Whenever an officiating is part of any kind of discussion post-game, it's never a good outcome for us. We know that, our clubs know that, our officials know that. But we also know our officials are human. We also know that they're officiating a game that moves very quickly and have to make snap decisions under difficult circumstances.
Goodell says he's open to adding replay that would include situations like the one that took place in the NFC Championship game.
Technology is not going to solve all those issues. The game is not officiated by robots. It's not going to be. But we have to continue to go down that path.
Despite this controversy, Goodell, who reportedly makes north of $30 million a year, has the league still in its prime.
This season has demonstrated that there's never been a better time to be part of the NFL. As a fan, as a player, as a team, our game is getting better and better, and our engagement and popularity is unmatched.
The proof is in the numbers, John. 53 million people watched the AFC Championship game. More than 110 million people expected to watch Super Bowl 53. Back to you.
I mean, the NFL has had controversy before, Andrew. I mean, they are definitely no stranger to that. Do you think that this call is going to blow over like some of the other issues the NFL has had in years past, or do you think this is going to be a black flag that hangs over the league for a while?
In my humble opinion, I think that it will blow over eventually, and I'll tell you why. Because in that game, the Saints missed opportunities. They scored field goals on their first 2 possessions when they could have gotten touchdowns. For some reason, they threw the ball when they had first and goal down by the goal line late in the fourth quarter, and they also got the ball first in overtime. So the Saints had chances to win that game. It was an unfortunate no call, and maybe the outcome is different, but the Saints also had chances to really stomp on the Rams' throat, to use an analogy there, and they didn't do that. So I think right now people are talking about it just because of the fact that the commissioner hadn't said anything publicly. I think once the Super Bowl gets underway, people will forget about it. Just my opinion.
And the best thing for the league is a great game on Sunday, that's for sure. I want to talk for a second about the game on Sunday. Bill Belichick has been in games like this many times over the last 2 decades, but the Rams coach, Sean McVay, he's young, 33 years old. What separates him from other coaches in the NFL? Clearly, he's got to be one of the best to get his team to the Super Bowl.
No doubt, John. You talk about the age difference. Sean McVay actually went to high school here in Atlanta. He was a sophomore in high school when Brady and Belichick won their first Super Bowl back in 2002, and the opponent was the Rams in that game. What I like the most about Sean McVay is really what everyone else likes about him. He's youthful. He thinks differently. You know, he kind of has that offensive mentality, but he's not afraid to take risks. Look at the preseason. How often do you see teams never play their starters at all in the preseason? That happened with the Rams this season. Typically that happens during games 1, 2, and 4. Usually the third game of the preseason, I should say, is usually when you see the starters, but that didn't happen really with the Rams. So I like the way that Sean McVay thinks, and clearly the NFL agrees with me, because look at all of the coaching tree hires. Everybody that ever had a cup of coffee with Sean McVay got an interview this offseason.
Well, definitely. It will be a great game on Sunday. A lot to look forward to. Andrew, I want to thank you for joining us. We'll touch base with you as the week continues.
You got it, John. Take care.
We'll be back with more after this.